Well, last time we tried to take the old Chrysler to the movie theater, it didn't turn out so well. Well, we got the car on the trailer and we're heading home, and that was the end to a horrible day. Hopefully this time it will. Got a bunch of new parts. Got a fuel tank, I got a fuel sending unit, I got a new electric 6-volt positive ground fuel pump, got a carb kit from Mike's carburetor kits, and a new water pump as well. So hopefully this time we can make it. Welcome to Mountain Man's Garage, where we're broken. So is the car. Come and listen to my story about Mountain Man Garage, a poor mountaineer who likes to work on cars. He has a wife and kids that'll make him walk the line. If you've got a rusty car, he'll fix it every time. Oil leaks, that is. Rust and mold. Watch and see. There you go. So I got the old car in the shop, and I already put the carb kit in it. Put this in that sonic cleaner over there, and that pretty much cleaned it up real good. Put the carburetor kit in it, but I'm still having a bunch of issues. The thing is that it keeps on like stumbling, flooding out, and I tried bending that float every which way, and that don't seem to help. But I've got a piece that I could not figure out where it went inside this carburetor. If I can find it here, I'll show it to you. So strange. I cannot figure out what this is. See that? I don't know where it goes. And it's so weird. Like, what is that thing? Strange. Really strange. But after a while, it'll start leaking gas right out of here and out of here. And that is where the it's not the accelerator pump. The accelerator pump is over here, but this is what's called a dash pot, and it somehow it keeps it regulated when you let off the fuel, so it doesn't like backfire or something. I don't know, but anyway, that's something is wrong with this. It's just leaking right out of there, and I can't really tell. Can't really tell what's wrong with it. And I also got an ignition. I don't know what I did with it, but it's in here somewhere. Water pump. What that is, fuel pump. Yeah, we got it in the gas tank. Look at that. So I guess the first order of business is to get this old gas tank in there and take out that homemade one, and you know, we'll fix all the fuel issues first, and then I'll move back to the carburetor, which is probably what I should have done in the first place. But I want to say thank you to my brother-in-law. He helped me quite a bit trying to get this thing done, and we worked hard on it, but we just didn't make it all the way. But we're gonna make it sometime. Whether it be this time or the next time, we'll make it. But I also want to thank my nephews. Both of them went with me and helped me get that car back at about 10 o'clock at night. So I really do appreciate it, guys. There's the old tank. It is not good. So I went ahead and ordered another one. Cost about 300 bucks. As you can tell, I couldn't get this thing to hook up. I got all that hooked up, and I believe that's where I'm going to put my fuel pump, because they push better than they pull. So I'll probably put my fuel pump right there, right out of the tank. Yeah. Let's try to get this out and get this other one in. So I got this pump. I want to try to drain all the gas out of this thing. And that's all you need, just a little bit of movement and it starts siphoning. Probably fixing to watch a feller get some gas right in his teeth. Oh well, look at that. That was drained really well, surprisingly. Now we gotta get those straps off. Oh man. That ain't gonna work. Get up there. Nope, that's not gonna work. It's gonna fall. It's gonna fall. Don't fall. Don't fall. Holy crap. Really? Come on. Turn loose of it. Come on. You gotta be getting close. Come on. You can do it. Oh, I can't hardly reach that mud up there. Come on. Oh, there we go. Oh. 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 Wow. That was rough. One thing about this tank, it's light. This weighs like 1/3 of what that other tank wore. But see, that other tank is just a metal homemade tank. But man, that thing's heavy. This thing, oh yeah, it's gonna be a lot easier.
Voy a la playa, había subido la marea.
Well, this filler tank, this cap and this hose in here might have a little bit of trash in it, so I'm gonna blow it out with a little bit of that, blow it out with a little bit of that. Put a little PV blaster on this nozzle. I switched sides. I put the rubber on the tank, and we'll try to put the tank in there with the rubber on the tank first. Maybe that'll be easier. I wish these doggy things were out of the way. Guess I could do that. No, it be, huh? Duh. Oh man, that was a big splinter right there. Feels like it goes all the way from there to there. Well, I got it. After one splinter, some shoulder pain, and I broke my sandal. Later, we got this thing in there. My goodness, that was a bear. It was a bear. Now I need to put that sending unit in there. And I got a brand new one of them. I cannot believe they still make these tanks and these sending units. It's just, it boggles the mind. Well, let's see what the sending unit's all about. I can't believe I'm gonna actually know how much fuel is in my tank. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. Alright, so I got this all hooked up, and ow, and I got this fuel pump wired up and in. It works. Now we gotta just hook all this hose to it. Well, it's a tangled web we weave, but I believe none of the hoses are kinked, and I think it'll work just like that. So now we got huge problems. All of that is gas, and it's leaking out. It's leaking out from this carburetor. I mean, the carburetor. It's leaking out from this fuel pump, and it's just dumping it out all over the place. So I'm going to bypass the fuel pump altogether, take a hose, run it up to the top, and hook it to a pressure regulator on the carburetor. Alright, so we're going to put this on there. This is a little fuel pressure regulator. We're going to run our hose from up there to the inside and go from the out to the carburetor, and hopefully we can adjust this down to where it won't overfill the carb. Alright, it's running. I got the fuel pump on there, the pressure regulator on there. Got it hooked over here. Got it hooked on. Well, apparently there's a little bit of gas left in that pump. Anyway, I think it's working.
Got a slight fuel leak. Maybe that's, oh, it's coming out of that one?
It's spraying me.
Oh, but it's not that far?
Yeah, but if you go too far, why do that? It's not getting enough, it's either not getting enough fuel or it's getting too much when you get on it, I don't know. Now it's leaking a little bit here. Well, I've been having a horrible time with this car. My goodness. So this dang carburetor is, I don't know if it's the carburetor or what it is, but anything over a quarter throttle and it just absolutely falls on its face, and it just dies. I mean, it doesn't die, but if you hold the gas down all the way, it'll just sit there and run about a quarter throttle and sound like it's backfiring. So I can't tell what's wrong with it. I've had this thing off probably 100 times, the top of it, adjusting the float, doing this and that. Like, I can't figure out what it is. This right here is just, I was trying to cover this into this hole from the old pump because it was just spraying gas everywhere. So, just for a temporary solution. And then I found out some more great news. So here's some more great news. So this right here is the distributor, and it's pretty much locked up. Like, see, the springs ain't moving hardly at all. So I'm thinking that I need to take this off, because that is just barely moving. It's supposed to have springs in there, and you're supposed to be able to move this, and the springs will open up when I turn it hard, and then they have a spring and they close back. But anyway, that's what I'm dealing with right now. And yeah, it's a pain. Such a pain. So I'm gonna take a break from this. It's about 6:30 in the morning, and I just got this in my head. It's like, get out there and get this done, you know. So I'm gonna take a break from that crap, and I'm gonna go in here and try to get this ignition switch fixed, because every time I try to start the thing, I have to come in here with a screwdriver and do that. So I'm getting tired of that. So I want to get this stupid ignition switch fixed. I'll be right back. Well, we've been hard at work, and as you can tell, we got a lot done.
The most important thing is you got to go green. Conservation. We're using energy.
Yeah, it's right here.
Energy conservation tape.
Yes.
So we don't waste a lot of energy.
Right.
And then the next thing is you kind of want to keep it off the manifold or anything that might get hot, because
right. But I mean, this far exceeds my expectations of a cardboard box.
Well, we was trying to fit a square peg into a square hole, but the squares went the other way. Right. Because this one goes up like that, and that one goes up like that. And you got here just for the, this is really important. Man, I mean, that actually looks pretty dang good. And this should seal it onto here. And get the, might need longer bolts.
Yeah.
This one going.
Yeah, this is what you call mountain man garage technique.
And the real test is if it works.
Right.
That's the difference between genius and insane, is if it works.
Right.
If it works, you're a genius. If it don't, you're insane.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see what it does. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's coming out.
It's a custom piece. If you need us to make you one, $20.
Yeah.
But you have to bring the car to us. Cut to fit.
Yeah.
Maybe I should put another piece of duct tape right there just to hold that in.
Yeah. Maybe, oh yeah. I see what you're talking about now. So, we've had a time with this thing. What do you say? We rebuilt this carburetor probably 50 times?
Well, we
rebuilt it twice.
But you took the top off.
Took the air horn off probably 50 times. Or more.
Every 30 minutes
probably.
for 2 days?
Yeah, for 2 days, yeah. And then after we did all that, we found out that it wasn't even nothing to do with the carburetor that was the problem. It was the points. I didn't have, there's a little, so there's a copper piece that comes around the points like this, and then that copper piece gives it a little bit of spring tension. Well, I didn't know it, but
it has a spring that goes under it.
Yeah, it has a like a silver spring.
Yeah.
It's made, I don't know what it's made out of, steel, I guess. And it's supposed to go under it. Well, we had it over the top of it, and so yeah, it wasn't doing anything. So when the RPMs got about 2,000 RPMs, it just floated the points because it didn't have enough tension to bounce them. And it and we went through 2 days of carburetor hell, and it wasn't even the carburetor.
Now the carburetor runs like a top. You don't even have to choke it in 30-degree weather to get it started.
Yeah, listen to this. That sounds pretty. Yeah, it goes right back to idle with no problems. It's got a new water pump on it. We put a new water pump on it. Well, we had it running. We drove it. And then when we got back home, right when we pulled in the driveway, the fuel pump went out, which was a brand new fuel pump.
Tell them what type of K.
Auto K. Yeah, some Chinese pump. Anyway, it went out after just driving it to the store and back, which is about 8 miles. And so I had my wife pick up a Edelbrock micro pump. And it's supposed to be like 2 to 3.5 psi, and it seems to be working without flooding it, without running the carburetor over. I think it's going to be great. And we're going to try to go to the movies again with it.
A lot less ghetto than I thought it would.
And I think this time they're playing Black Adam.
And Halloween.
And Halloween, the end. Yep. So I guess next time you see us, we'll either be heading there, broke down, something. We'll find out. Header going all the way through?
I can feel a little bit of air escaping right here. But yeah, we lined the inside a lot.
Yeah. So I got some new windshield wipers for it.
Yeah, they sell a blade and all.
Yeah, this whole blade, chrome and everything, $10 a piece at O'Reilly's. Pretty sweet. All right. It looks a lot better.
Yeah.
Now we need to put that 70-year-old spare back in there. In the jack. Was there something that went in there? Yeah, a bolt or something. All right, we got the fluid changes right here. Or not changed, but added to. It was almost dry, so hopefully that'll get that to working. We also got, or keep that from burning up. We also got this to work, which is the e-brake. I just gotta rehook this spring on there. Just like that. And now we got to do the turn signals.
I ain't got to unscrew those, do I?
I think they just push in like this. Oh man, there. Probably need to put some PV Blaster and let it sit for a minute.
I don't know which way I turn, so this way. Nope. Crap. Oh crap.
Yeah, like to probably rest it together.
Sure, I have it where it comes up.
Yeah, look at that. Now you need another bulb, huh? There's the bulbs.
Maybe. That screwdriver go in, you scrape it on there.
Yeah.
Get anything out that's in there.
Pretty rusty.
It's actually not that bad.
Sweet.
This is copper. See?
Oh yeah. Corroded.
I think that's it.
Good. Now hopefully it'll work. Key's probably got to be on. Nope. Whoa, 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 kill it, kill it. It's in gear. Well, that was good. I got it on video. Yeah, it didn't work, but it may be just the wire up there because all those stupid wires that are all messed up.
Okay, so we might as well put that back together.
Yeah, might as well put it back. So we've been working on the switch, all these switches, the lights. We got the turn signals working. The brake lights won't work because the switch is bad. It's on the frame. We got the tail lights working. Park lamps are working. We got the headlights working. We need to put this headlight thing back on. And the hardest thing to get working was this. But we got them working after like 2 hours of taking stuff off and messing with it. The ground wasn't good on it, and then it would just stay on and keep going and keep going and keep going, and it wouldn't shut off. So I took this dash out and took the thing completely out, beat it against that pole, put it back in, and it started working. All right.
You should not use up your battery on this. You should just use your battery.
All right, we're taking off. We're heading to the movies. Hopefully when we come back, we'll be there at the movies. We're going back down this hill. You feel confident, honey, in the brakes?
I don't feel confident in anything with this car.
Oh, man. John's confident, ain't you?
Yeah, you got the e-brake.
Yeah, we got e-brakes.
And we just put brake fluid in
Yeah, we topped it off with brake fluid. We got the e-brake working, so we got it back up. We'll be fine. What is this? Like an 8% grade or something? It's extremely steep. There's a tree in the road.
It says you can go 35.
Yeah, I know. I could, but I want to go slow, so I'm not trying to. So I don't have to emergency stop.
Why are you pressing on the brakes?
Huh? I am.
No. No, you're using the engine to slow down.
Yeah. The engine won't slow it completely down. Do that. He had a Corvette one time, they said, that was really awesome.
No, I was trying to get that.
gas gauge is almost to half. It's working.
It's not blocking anymore.
Yeah.
This one is just nice.
Yeah, probably did, yeah.
There, right.
Yeah. Not got a huge tank. I think it only held like 35 bucks, didn't it? Something like that. 40. How much? Oh, was it 65? I ended up getting 73 minus the 5 gallons that we put in that jug. Here's the place we broke down last time. Glad we're cruising right on by it this time. Now we're on Highway 65, which is quite a bit more major of a highway than what we was on before. We're probably 3/4 of the way there. Definitely need one of those things because we ain't got no radio.
Oh, they're going off. I think it's still recording.
If it says if the time is running.
Hey guys, how we doing?
All right, how are you?
Good. Three of you?
Yep.
$18. You guys want a speaker tonight?
Yeah, we need a speaker. Yeah.
$2 in your change. Okay, we changed them up. This is an antenna, so you don't have to plug them in.
Okay.
Volume is here. You just click those switches up and down for the volume.
Okay.
Drop it off when you leave.
All right, thank you.
You want to bring your ride to Throwback Thursday next year?
Yeah. I was going to this last Thursday, but it broke down on the way here.
Yeah. Okay.
Great. Yeah. looks like we made it here. Okay. That's a pretty cool little speaker.
You know.
Looks extremely old. I think they changed the guts out of it though, because it's got a USB cable. But it is definitely old, the casing is. Okay, I thought the movie was pretty awesome. What'd you think? What'd you think, John? Pretty cool.
Black Adam versus Superman might even be better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Better than Thor Love and Thunder.
Definitely better than Thor. Oh, could not help if I took the emergency brake off. Where's our deal? There it is.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Be careful.
Yep.
Yeah, look, it's recording this. Look, get the top on it.
Well, we made it home. That was awesome. Not a single problem with the car. And it was just, it was a great trip. We didn't have any problems at all. The thing pulled good, ran good, never got hot. The only thing is the rear brake cylinder is leaking and we need to swap the muffler. But it's great. Thanks for watching Mountain Man Garage. Be sure and like the video. Be sure and subscribe to the channel. We got more content coming up pretty soon. So we made it back from the movies. The car ran great. It did really good, except for the brake wheel cylinders. They're kind of leaking. I found out you can get them online for about 45 bucks a piece. And then I think the car would be completely great. But sad thing is I have to sell this car because I don't have very much money. And this whole YouTube investment has pretty much drained me. So if I don't sell the car, I can't keep making these videos. So what the plan is to sell this car, get the money from the car, buy another car that needs fixing, and use the money to get the car and fix it up. So, and in the process, we're saving a bunch of old cars that would probably go to the scrap heap if it wasn't for this. So anyway, I'm going to give one more once over look at the car, and hopefully one of you people in the audience, or maybe somebody on the Facebook Marketplace or somewhere, will want to buy this car, and we'll continue with doing what we like to do. So here's a good look at the car. It's got this rip in the fender. A little bit of surface rust there. Already getting dust back on it. I don't see how. But the paint's actually really good. It's just dust. It's got this rust on it up there. The floors are all still intact. I mean, they're rusty, but they're not like brittle rusty. There's a hole in the floor up here, but this is the only holes in the floor right there. It's that and that. It's some kind of crackers or something. But that hole, and those little holes right there. Other than that, that's the only rust that's got any holes in it. We really worked a lot on this car. So we got this, the horn works. Well, we gotta have the key on. Yeah, you gotta have the key on. So the horn works. The heater fans, both of them work. We got the new heater box built up in there, so you know it actually heats the car. All the gauges work except for the speedometer. It doesn't work. Even the lights come on underneath the dash when you open this door. I took all the parts from the other 3 doors and made one good, you know, deal so it opens. You can see that light in there, and then when you let go of it, and this light here, all that works. The wipers, we got them to working. They crank it up. It starts really easy. Sounds good. On the muffler, we ended up taking that muffler that we put on there back off because it was just blowing all over the place. And we put a glass pack in the middle of it, and it sounds really good now. It's actually really smooth sounding. And you know, of course, you know, you'll need seat covers. You might want to get another headliner. It doesn't really bother me. It's stained, but you know, this is Mountain Man Garage, you know. I really don't care about what the headliner looks like. But the e-brake works. Turn signals, we got them working. We got the headlights working, the tail lights working. The brake lights, it needs a little bitty switch that's back there on the frame, and it's a pressure switch. For when you push the brakes, it pushes the switch and tells it to turn the lights on. So I think those are about $8 for one of those. This is really cool. So when you pull this lever here, this lever, it opens that thing on the hood. If you can see that. And best I can figure, that just lets air in the cab. The brights and the dims work. This switch works. It's got all the hubcaps on it. John built this. It looks really awesome. It's got new plug wires, a new coil, new points. New plug wires, a new coil, and new points on it, and new battery. It's got an electric Edelbrock little mini micro fuel pump. It charges the battery when you drive it. This thing is really cool. It's really a great car. It's got a brand new gas tank under it. So it's ready for the road. I hope somebody ends up with it that can go ahead and continue, you know, getting it back to original condition, or at least, you know, at least drive it once a week. It really needs drove. I've been driving it quite a bit. I love driving, but finances. Anyway, if you want to buy this car, I'll leave a link to my email in the description of this, and just email me and let me know your offer on it. And I've got quite a bit of money and a whole lot of time in it. So anyway, if you're interested in buying it, shoot me an offer. The link to my email is in the description of this video.